Hello, good morning.
Everyone. Hello.
Good morning. What is that, Monique?
Why, this is a lovely piece of amethyst.
Oh, wow.
It's Mother Nature, really. This grows underground. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're walking, it's very common in Brazil, in the south of
Is
Brazil.
it?
There's a region of Brazil that's inland that's called Minas Gerais, which
Minas Gerais.
it means like gems, like mines of gems, Minas Gerais. And
Mm-hmm.
so you're walking and you see this, and you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I think there's something under the ground and under the earth." And then
Oh, wow.
voila. Isn't that so cool?
It is so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, amethyst. And it's good for releasing negativity. And what's nice is that it absorbs negativity, but it also
Mhm.
it dissipates it. It makes the negativity go away. It doesn't send it somewhere else. It just really absorbs
Oh,
it.
it really absorbs negativity. That's so good.
So they
Do
say
you?
if you take your fingers and I can't remember which hand honestly, but take your fingers and push on the like spokes that stick out, then
Yeah.
that's really good for absorbing for like purifying yourself, taking away the negativity from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And did it work for you?
I mean, it's hard to say does it work or not work. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
yes, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's really beautiful and it makes me happy and yes, right? I mean, a big part of it is how much we want to give ourselves to that or not, how much we want to, participate or not. So I would tell you
Yeah.
it does. So, alrighty, lovely. So, good morning to everyone. For whoever's joining us, we would love to hear from you. Tell us who you are, your name, where you're from, and do you like to relax?
Why and how?
Sarah, what is to relax? Can you define it?
Oh, it's very difficult to define. To relax is when you're not stressed.
Mhm.
You are doing something that maybe you like, something that takes your brain not literally out, but it doesn't make you think of things that stress you, such as maybe work or the kids,
Right, totally. And
university.
welcome.
Hi, Gabriela.
Nice to have you. So, Gabriela, our question for this morning is, do you like to relax? Why
Mm,
and how?
exactly.
Yeah. So, Sahar, do you like to relax?
Oh, I
No,
love
yes,
relaxing.
but do you like to relax?
I love it. It's one of my favorite sports.
I would agree. I think it's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And oh, we have another one.
Yeah. Hi, Simone from Bologna. Welcome. Nice to see
Hi.
you. Hello, hello. Tell us, do you like to relax? Why and how? So, Sahar, you said you like to relax.
I
Why?
like to relax. Why? Because I think it's a very important part of everyday life.
Hmm.
If not, you go crazy.
I agree.
And there's no going back from that. And you need to, respect yourself because if you work a lot, you also need to find time to give yourself some pauses, some relaxing. Hmm.
Respect
Yeah.
the wise words of Sahar.
Respect yourself.
Yourself. As Rumi once said, respect yourself. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
then the next question would be, how do you like to relax?
How I
Or
usually
relax?
I have a lot of ways of relaxing actually. Reading a book, laying down on the sofa, but I can't only just do, just laying down
Yeah,
and not think about anything,
I understand.
unfortunately. So I try to I watch something, I listen to podcasts, I solve puzzles, or what else? What else do I do? Knit.
Ooh, you knit? How
Yeah.
cool. A broadcast.
And then what else? Well, sports for me is not relaxing. That's
Really?
for sure.
Question podcast. Maybe we can tell everyone that a podcast is
Hmm.
obviously a modern terminology, right?
Yeah.
Recent. It's a broadcast on the internet, right? So it's called
Hmm.
podcast. Yeah, I like podcasts too.
Yeah.
Simone says, I like to relax. I usually relax. So I usually relax after lunch. Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, exactly. After a big plate of pasta,
Oh, my favorite. You just finish to
go
eat and you just jump on the sofa.
straight to the bed. You have a big plate of pasta,
Uh-huh.
delicious, wonderful. Then you start to feel a little bit sleepy, a little
Mm-hmm.
more sleepy. Then you go to the bed or the sofa,
And
down, you close your eyes, and you
then you just go.
paradise. Paradise. So nice to take a nap, right?
Oh, I don't like taking naps.
Oh, you don't?
No, like if I take naps, then I just like don't know where I am, what
So
I'm
you have
doing.
a big plate of pasta for lunch. You don't
Yeah.
take
No, I just like to sit down on the sofa
okay, sitting
and
down.
wait for dessert.
Oh, that's good. Gabriela says, now I am relaxing on the bed while doing English lesson with
That
you.
is so sweet.
I would like Gabriela, if we had emoticons, I would say this one. You know the emoticon
Oh,
with the hands clapping?
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Emoji.
But we don't have emoticons here, I don't think. So
No.
just remember one thing when you use the present continuous, right? I, verb
Am.
to be, plus verb and ing. So I realize, Gabriela, you're relaxing. So you want to just chill and speak, but we're here also to do English. So I am relaxing. I am relaxing. And I would almost say we are relaxing, right? Would you say
Relaxing.
this is pretty chill and relaxing,
Oh
right?
yeah, we talk to each other. We share ideas.
Exactly. It's
We
important.
share alphabets.
We share alphabets, exactly. So good, excellent, Gabriela. That's very nice. And let's see, what about me? Do I like to relax? I love to relax.
Hmm.
Do a little heart sign like the Drake video. We love to relax. Yeah. I think relaxing is also, like you said, Zahar, a very important part of life, right? Relaxing makes us enjoy, I think, our active time more to
Hmm.
allow ourselves balance in life, right?
Yeah.
So, so that's why I like to relax. I like to relax because it's good for me and it's fun and peaceful and harmonious, and I can connect with nature and I can connect with myself. Because
Hmm.
sometimes when we're very busy working a lot, it's hard to connect with oneself and we can just go in the clouds.
Exactly.
I like relaxing because it brings me back to earth.
Hmm.
I can breathe. So, how I like to relax, I really like to do yoga. I love,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, I try to do yoga every day or every other day. Yesterday I didn't because I had a busy day, but the day before
Hmm.
I did. On Sunday, I would like to do this 2 hour yoga lesson with an instructor from Sardinia that I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So, for me, that's a really
Where? On YouTube?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to Sardinia.
All the way to Sardinia.
Yeah, no. But and I also I like to sleep. That's a way to relax, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like taking naps actually. So
Hmm.
how else? Other ways to relax? Well, art, music, painting.
Yeah, art.
These are really nice
I
ways to
love
relax.
coloring.
You love coloring. Cool. My
Yeah.
aunt sent me look how cool this is. Talk about relaxing.
Mm.
She sent
Oh,
me
that's
the
nice.
images. Yeah.
Watercolors.
Yeah, watercolors. Yeah.
Hmm.
Isn't that sweet?
So
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have something like to color or you have to
Yeah.
draw?
It came with like this cat outline that I
Oh, okay, okay. That's cute.
yeah. So how do you all like to relax? How do you like to relax? So you told us that yes, you like to relax, but how,
Hmm.
right? How
Exactly.
is a question of manner, right? So how we want to know. Do you like to relax? And I'll put it right here so you can tell us. How
Hmm.
do you like to relax? How else do you like to relax, Sahar?
I'm thinking about it actually. I have right now. I have play a game called The Sims that I really like.
Oh, I heard about it. Kate told me about it yesterday. Is it
Yeah.
people that speak like sham shim sham sham shum
Yes,
sham?
basically. But I don't do it to play with the tiny humans, but only just like I like doing the houses, like
Uh-huh.
designing the houses, creating the space, thinking about how I don't know where to put the windows, for example, like interior designing.
Love this. Do you have nice houses?
Yeah.
Wow. Are they?
Very. Mhm.
Do you have to buy the houses or?
Oh no, I can buy the land and then I create the whole thing.
Wow. Is it
Yeah.
expensive?
The game?
I don't know. Yeah, buying the houses.
Oh yeah. Though buying the houses, yeah. So basically, I have a cheat code that I use,
Uh-huh.
so I can get a lot of money very fast.
Wow, that's very cool. Just so everyone knows, we're talking about a game. We're talking, what is it, an online
Yeah.
video game, or is it like a virtual reality? No,
Sorry.
like Second Life type thing.
I mean, kinda. You also create the family. So when I was younger, I would basically, if I had a crush on someone, I would create the family that we would potentially have.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Beautiful. We have
I was
Gabrielle.
like eight.
What?
I was like 8.
Amazing. So she says, I love baking cakes or to bake cakes. For me, it's very relaxing. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
me too.
Excellent. So we'll just write here, I love to bake cakes. I love baking cakes. Yeah. Very nice. I've never baked a cake.
No.
No, I like making the quiche. That's my new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really excited about it. This weekend, I'm going to make another one. I think I'll put in potatoes and cauliflower.
Spinach.
I don't have spinach. Yes,
No.
yes. Okay, good. Yeah, cakes. Okay. Um, I'm not sure what I'll put in though. Oh, let's see. Simone says, now at my house, I use, okay. So, hamaca is hammock in English. So the thing you lounge on.
Oh God, you have that? Do you have also a garden, Simone?
Simone, that's amazing. So the spelling is hammock, Hammock. That
Hmm.
is so cool. When I think of hammocks, I think of Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Totally. They're so nice. That's amazing, Simone. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, do you have a garden?
Exactly. Do you have a garden? Do you have a swimming pool? Because I'm gonna be very jealous if you have all of them.
Maybe he does. Who knows, right? So I use the hammock and see the sun. Yeah. So hammock is the thing you lounge on. So lounge is a verb that's a synonym to relax. Lounge,
Relax, yeah.
lounge. There's actually a holiday in Judaism where it says lounge at the table because usually you have to sit upright. And this one
Yeah.
particular holiday that I can't remember which one says, okay, relax and lounge on your chairs. So to
But
lounge would be like, hey,
yeah,
what's up? Just like you would, it's a verb and it's a place. You lounge in the lounge.
but you would also use it, for example, in a hotel. There's a lounge.
Exactly.
At
Yeah.
the
So it's
airport,
both
there's a
a verb.
lounge.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. To lounge is a verb. And in the lounge is the noun. All
Hmm.
right, lovely. And Simone says thanks. No, thank you. Lovely. So shall we dive into our focus for the day?
Let's dive into it.
3, 2, let me get my bell and 3, 2, 1. Lovely. So
All right. So giving advice.
everyone's drinking. We hope you're drinking your coffee or tea as well in this early morning webinar. Giving advice. What is advice?
Yes, advice is what I think I'm good at, but my friends never listen to me.
Oh, really? My
Yeah.
mom listened to my advice the other day. I was so happy because I told her how we're at home and it's important to move to do a little bit of exercise, physical.
Hmm.
So she did like a seniors, like in the US, in Los Angeles. My mom lives in Los Angeles for people that are older, right? So my mom is 78. It's called
Uh-huh.
Silver Sneakers, right? I'll write it down. It's so cute. Silver Sneakers, which
Yeah.
is exercise class for seniors, so people that are older. So she did an exercise class, like a yoga class, silver
Yeah.
sneakers, and then she thanked me. So she actually
Oh.
listened to my advice. I couldn't believe it. It was very exciting. So we have Saetta. Oh, Christina. Okay. From Franciacorta district of Brescia. Very nice. Welcome, Christina. Nice to have you with us. Simone has an answer for you, Sahar.
No, I have. Top of my house, there isn't a floor.
Maybe a terrace, an attic.
I mean, that's yeah, maybe he means a terrace.
But I hope there's a ceiling, like a roof.
No,
If you have a house with no roof, then so I
like actually, it's very common, these kinds of houses where basically there is no roof like that, but
uh,
like a flat one in Iran. So that's why I didn't even think like, oh,
here
okay,
in Los Angeles too. So I have a. Would you say a terrace? No, the rooftop.
the rooftop, yeah.
So you could say I can lounge in my hammock on the rooftop
Wow, that the whole
of
sentence
my
sounded so
building.
relaxing.
So here you go, Simone. Check this out. I can lounge in my hammock on the
Mhm.
rooftop of my building. So lounge, we said, means to relax.
Yeah,
Hammock is hamaca, where you lie, which are so beautiful.
I love them.
Is on top of your building. The roof is this. Your building's like this. The roof's here. The top, the rooftop of my building, right?
Hmm.
Cool.
Can I put a hammock in my no, well, it's not a terrace, it's my balcony.
That's a good question. You know, Sahar, I don't even
Mhm.
know if my building has a rooftop. I've never walked up the stairs of the.
No?
I've lived here for over a year.
Hmm.
And you know what? Right
Yeah, I
now,
know.
yeah, he says thank you. Yeah, fantastic, Simone. I
No, it
don't
actually
know.
does happen like that because also my previous house
Uh-huh.
in Bologna, I was like, I wasn't even interested. And then my flatmate arrived. She's American from South Carolina, if I'm
Mhm.
not wrong. Yeah, she's from South Carolina. North Carolina, sorry, North Carolina. And she's like, you don't know what there is? I'm like, no, who cares? She's like, no, we have to know, we have to
Did
know.
you
So
go there?
basically, yeah.
And how is it? How was it?
We didn't get to that part because it was locked.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's very common, like in LA, for example, to go up to the rooftop, but it's
Mhm.
always sunny in LA. So
Yeah, that's yeah.
yeah. Gabriela says, sometimes I like good usage of I like to relax. Yeah. I like to relax playing cards with my son. Awesome.
Hmm.
I have cards right here. I really like cards as well. Do you like cards,
Oh, I
Summer?
love playing cards.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm with my family, we bet a lot. Oh, Greek mythology.
Yeah, Greek mythology cards.
Oh my god, that is so
They're
cool.
so much fun. I haven't played in a while. I like to play blackjack with students as well. It's a good practice for numbers.
Mm.
What were you,
I don't know. Sorry.
what did you start saying?
Oh, that like I play a lot with my family, and we like to bet money.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Excellent. It's fun. Yeah.
it is.
So let's dive into our focus for the day. Three, two, one. What are our objectives?
Asking for and giving advice. Phrases for giving advice, reassuring phrases. Yes, Gabriela, wow.
Yeah, Gabriela. Wow. So if we were to give advice to this person, can we give advice to her? She looks very sad.
Hmm.
Let's look into what she's doing. She looks, I don't know,
She
how would you
shouldn't bite
describe?
her nails.
She what?
She shouldn't bite her nails.
That's good advice, yeah. I don't think she's biting her nails. Can you give advice to this person? Let's say she just broke up with her boyfriend. What else? She has a runny nose. She had
Yeah,
a headache.
her plans were canceled.
Yeah. Let's see what. See, I forget Saeta's name. Christina, was it?
Christina,
Yeah, Christina. Okay. Can you read Christina's comment?
I'm relaxing to walk in park. So I relax by walking to the park at the park in the park. I
Yeah.
live under a little mountain. There are many healthy pathways.
Wow. That's cool that you live under a little mountain. Remember the
Yeah,
preposition under, though, right? Let's say this
yeah,
is Yatar. Let's say this is the mountain,
yeah.
right? The preposition under, let's see, where is Christina? This is you. You're the unicorn.
Unicorn.
So you're the unicorn. Here's the mountain. I hope this is clear. If you live under the mountain, the preposition under is this.
Literally
So
under.
that means you're underneath the mountain, right? Under. So you might live on the mountain, not under the mountain, right?
Yeah.
There was a song by James Addiction about living on the mountain. But that's great that you relax to walk by walking in the park. I relax by walking in the park. That's
Hmm.
cool, Christina. It's really nice to walk in the park, the mountains.
It
Gabrielle,
is. I miss
oh,
it so much.
good suggestion. Excellent suggestion. She should.
Call. Be
So with the
careful. Yeah.
modal verbs, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. With the modal verbs, we put the verb in bare infinitive. So infinitive without to. So she should call and not anything else. You
Yeah.
don't need a preposition. That's so lucky.
What?
That's so lucky. In this case, you don't even need a preposition.
Yeah, yeah. She should call with the earphone. It's a very good suggestion. So yeah, excellent, Gabriela. She should dot dot dot. What else should she do? I have a good idea. She
Go
should
ahead.
smile.
She should smile. Exactly.
That's easier said than done.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
when you're sad, it's difficult to smile. And then your friend comes and says, Sahar, you should smile. And your reaction is like,
No.
exactly. No. What else should
No,
she
I hate it. I really hate it when someone says, "Oh, you should smile." Just because you said it, I'm
do?
not gonna
Exactly.
smile.
Not going to smile.
I was
Exactly.
planning on to, but now not anymore.
No, exactly. Any
Mhm.
other advice for her? Some advice? You could give her bad advice too. There's good advice,
Yeah,
bad advice. Maybe bad advice would be you should call
cry.
your ex-boyfriend and try to get back together.
Yeah, call your ex-boyfriend.
Or you
Oh,
should eat, I don't know, a big chocolate cake in 10 seconds.
all of it, the whole thing.
Not good advice, yeah. So does anyone have other advice for her? Maybe she's
Other-
on the phone with Wind and she,
She should hang up then.
yeah, she should be patient. Maybe that Wind said, your wait time is 2 hours.
Oh my god.
She's saying, no. All right,
I-
we can zoom out of her. If you have any other advice, please share it with us. But I think we can move forward from she
Mhm.
should to our next slide, which is good advice, bad advice. Yeah, so let's dive in here. All right, some questions for you. We have 4 questions and we want you to answer them. We'll read them for you. So, Tahar, the first one.
Who comes to you for advice?
Right, exactly. So what this means is who calls you and says, Gabriela, can you help? Or Christina, I need your advice. Or Simone, please, my friend, help me, right? Who comes to you
Yeah.
for advice? So, Sahar, who comes to you for advice?
Oh, my friends.
Yeah,
Very close friends actually.
I think not many people come to me for advice. It's bad. Well, my friend Martina comes to me when she needs money.
Yeah, really?
Not true. It goes both ways. So
Oh, okay.
she does. We'll ask each other to lend each other money. But good. Gabriela says,
You're each other's banks.
yeah, exactly. Gabriela says, my mom comes to me for advice. Maybe you're
Mhm.
right, Gabriela. I think my mom also comes to me for advice. It's not often though, that she does. It
No,
doesn't
yeah.
frequently, but okay.
Why? Is she stubborn?
No, no, no. She's very like she's very what's the word? Self-assured, confident. She's decisive.
Mm-hmm.
Does your mom come to you for advice?
No, she's also very decisive. Like
Yeah,
she,
yeah.
like,
I bet our moms get along. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
guess.
You
I
don't
usually go to my mom for advice.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Which I think
Everyone goes, actually, everyone goes to my mom for advice.
that's awesome. I
Yeah.
would go to your mom for advice. Simone says, my brother comes to me for advice. Okay,
Hmm.
fantastic. So this ties into the next question, which is who do you usually ask for advice? Meaning, who do you go to? So my
Hmm.
brother comes to me for advice, but who do
Yeah.
you go to? Who do you usually ask for advice? Try to answer in a full sentence. So it's better
Yeah.
practice at home, right? And then, do they give good or bad advice? Gabriela says, my husband comes to me for advice too. That's great. Gabriela,
Hmm.
that's a good thing. My husband comes to me for advice.
Yes.
Tahar, who do you usually ask for advice?
Honestly, for advice that it's important, I always ask my mom
Hmm.
because through I have like very few friends, and I know no, like I, like I like to keep my circle small,
Sure.
and I know what advice they would give me in
Hmm.
that certain circumstance, and I know that I prefer my mom's
Sure.
because it's like she has so much more experience and everything.
Totally. Does your mom give good advice or bad advice?
No, she gives very good advice actually. Yeah.
And I would say that I ask, not usually because this is a newer friend. I've known him for maybe 6 months, but he's awesome. And his
Hmm.
name's Marcello. And I would say he gives good advice. So I go to him for advice, especially um, about grains, about
Hmm.
legumes, about beans,
Huh.
cooking and stuff, because he has been vegetarian for a very long time. So he
Uh-huh.
knows a lot about how to get protein. So I
Exactly.
ask him advice frequently about cooking, about stuff like that. It's cool.
Hmm.
Christina, sorry, my connection is slow. Audio too. I just watched. That's okay. No problem. We're
It's
happy to have
okay.
you watch as well. This is, we do what we can with the means that we can.
Yeah.
No problem. We thank you
Oh,
though.
but now that I think about it, like it depends also on the type of advice because when I think of problems, I think of serious problems, and it's always like my mom first and foremost.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's like, for example, how to, uh, what kind of mask to wear for my face, the kind of masks, self care beauty tips,
Yeah.
I always ask my friend,
Okay, so
Esther.
not your mom.
No, no, because she knows much more. She basically studies the whole thing, even though she doesn't study it at university. She's like a master in it.
Where's your mom from originally?
My mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are both Iranian.
No, I know, but what city is your mom from?
Also Tehran. It's her parents that come from Tabriz.
Ah, okay. So your mom and your dad are both from Tehran,
Yeah, yeah.
born and raised. That's so cool.
Born and
Did they know
raised.
each other in Tehran?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually.
so they moved here together.
Yeah. Their family were like they were family friends. The
Okay.
whole, like, when I say family, I don't mean like mom, dad, and child. I mean like aunt,
In the
uncles,
caravan.
the whole grandparents, all like
Yeah.
third
So
cousins and
cool.
so on.
So cool. Gabriela says, usually I ask for advice to my best friend. Good. She gives me, remember the third person, Gabriela, she gives me good advice. That's great. Yeah. Oh, good point, Gabriela. Yeah, my best friend too. I didn't think about
Mhm.
that. In fact, I have a message. I have two best friends, Aisha
Mhm.
and Lauren. Aisha's in Barcelona. Lauren is in LA. And Aisha wrote me yesterday, but really late at night, and I haven't seen her message yet. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Okay, fantastic. Let's go to the third question now. Think of a time when someone gave you good advice. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
I,
Somebody gave me good advice.
yeah, think of a time. Just recently, Marcello gave me good advice about cooking cicerchie, which I don't think there is a translation in English. It's kind of like garbanzo beans or chickpeas, but
It
it's very
sounds something pugliese, like
what?
cicerchie. It sounds something pugliese.
No, I think it's from the Emilia Romagna region, and it's similar to ceci, but it's a little, I
Oh,
think it
yeah.
has a higher protein
Mm-hmm.
content. So my
Mm-hmm.
friend Marcello gave me good advice about how to prepare them. I had to leave it overnight and then
Yeah.
cook them for 30 minutes, but they were so good. So good, yeah. What about you, Sahar? When can you think of a time when someone gave you good advice and what happened?
My dad also gives me good advice.
And
But
can you
that's more
tell
like, every my mom goes for more like a philosophical in case I have like a, I don't know, maybe boy problems or friend problems, things like that. But if it's like more business, more related to even economics, my dad gives me a lot of good advice. And one of them was like when I was choosing the university course that
Mhm.
I wanted to do. So my mom was like, "You should study medicine."
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of course, like every Middle Eastern mom.
yeah. I mean, I think my dad too, because he wanted to study to become a doctor and never could. So
Yeah,
he
same.
wanted my brother and I to do that, but no.
But like no.
Not-
And my dad was like, okay, like don't really listen to your mom. Of course, if you became a doctor, that would be very good for you, but consider also how much you have to study and everything.
right.
But in any case, anything that you want to do, you need to study for it. You need to be the best at it. It's not that like you choose, even if you become, for example, a hairdresser,
Yeah.
example, you need to be the best at it, not
Sure.
just like do it because you think it's easy, because you think you like it. No, if
Right.
you do it a hundred and a
Great
thousand
advice.
times.
That is excellent advice.
Yeah.
How cool. We have Simone saying, my parents ask me for advice or ask me for advice for their telephone problem. I
Exactly.
think usually they are bad advice. So, Simone, do you mean that you give bad advice to your parents?
On purpose.
Um, because it's very funny though. My mom always also asks me for advice for her phone problem. My mom and my aunt. Actually, my aunt usually she calls me and asks me for advice about Facebook, but in a very stressed way. It's not like relaxed, like, hey, Monique, my aunt's name is Eleonora. Hey, how are you? I was
Mhm.
wondering about Facebook. It's always like, oh, you need to help me. There's the
I don't
Facebook.
know what I did.
I
I
don't
don't know what I
understand.
did.
What is it? Are they taking all my data? What is happening to my where is the what is it like?
Where's the mouse?
Where is the wall? I can't see the Facebook wall. Why is my message not coming? It's so funny though, but she's so sweet. I love my aunt,
Yeah.
but so every time I try to, but Simone, I try to give her good advice. So please explain what you mean with
No,
I
like with
understand your parents ask for advice,
yeah,
but
no, when my parents at the beginning, the whole technology started developing and we had mobile phones, my parents would ask me for so much advice and I'm just like, guys, I really don't know. I
yeah.
really don't know.
Oh, exactly. So let's make it clear what advice is, right? To give advice, a synonym is suggestions, right? So if I give advice to Sahar, I say, Sahar, you should use coconut oil in your hair. You should. These are
I
giving a
actually do.
suggestion because so Simone says they ask me an easy advice. So they ask me for.
Mhm.
That's right. So the preposition is for. They ask me for advice, meaning maybe Sahar says, Monique, can you help me? I need advice. My hair is whatever. And I say, okay, Sahar, I will give you advice.
Mm-hmm.
So we give advice or get advice, give advice. They ask me for advice. Okay.
Oh,
Tina, in my job, I ask for advice from lawyers. I ask for advice. I guess advice is not easy, right? Because
yeah.
advice, it's a noun. Let's make sure it's clear. So it's actually funny, even. It's a noun. So the way we can use it is to give advice,
Yeah.
to get advice, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
receive.
You
I get
receive,
advice.
exactly, receive advice.
So let's put this here. Want to make sure you're clear on this. To give advice to get advice from.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone take a look here and maybe try to do some more examples using this because advice is a noun. So I give advice to Sahar and I
Mm-hmm.
get advice from,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
So
so I get advice from lawyers. And how
yes,
do you spell lawyers?
lawyers, yeah,
Mm.
lawyers.
With the A.
Yeah, lawyers. That's good though. So Christina says, in my job, I ask for advice from lawyers. Yeah. Okay, they ask me, Gabriela. Last year, my mom advised me to marry Luca, and I have to follow her advice. That's so
Yeah.
sweet. That's beautiful. So good point though, Gabriela, because yes, to advise is
It's
even
different. This is a verb. You
is
use
a
it as
verb.
a verb.
So, but that's correct,
Yeah,
Gabriela.
yeah.
Advise is a verb, right? But it's
But with
different.
the S.
Advice is a noun, and to advise is a verb. It's
Mm-hmm.
not as common to say to advise, but it is used.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read
Very
Christine's
good.
comment?
My coworkers ask me advice for law and maybe law and order,
Mhm. Yeah,
law and rules, or for some software and hardware problems.
nice. So excellent sentence, Christina. But you would say my coworker asks me for. So check out how it's used, right?
Mhm. Yeah, is it one person or multiple coworkers?
But my coworker, oh yeah, did she say coworkers? Oh yeah,
No, she's a coworker,
yeah.
so
So
I just assumed it was coworkers.
maybe, yeah. But the preposition before advice, they ask, my coworker asks me for
Mm-hmm.
advice. So I ask Sahar for
Yeah.
advice. Yeah. Good. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, everyone. So let's see the last question here. Sahar, would you do the honors?
If you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself?
Ooh, this one's hard.
Oh
If
yeah.
you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? I know what I would tell myself.
Go ahead.
Tell myself to relax. What would
Mm-hmm.
you tell yourself? So this one's
I would. I
reflective, right?
wish I could tell myself, like I could go back in time with the knowledge I have now.
Exactly.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
I would
agree.
have studied medicine.
What?
Maybe I would have studied medicine.
Really? And not
No,
political science.
sorry.
Not political science.
Maybe something like something else. Political science is either makes you cynical of politics or makes you believe in politics.
I was going to ask, do you speak with your parents a lot about politics?
No, because they know I get very, very into it,
Yeah.
and they're like, just chill, just.
So they're not so into talking about politics. So growing up, you didn't really discuss it much.
But like in Iran, Iran is very traditional.
Yeah.
So even if it's like seen as sexist,
Uh,
it's really not. It's just like basically how people want it to be.
okay.
The women, after like for example a dinner party or lunch party, the women just like sit on the one side of the room, the men sit on the other
Really?
side of the room. Yeah, the women gossip and the men talk about politics and economics.
So interesting.
And since I started studying politics, I always was in the men's group.
Yeah.
Always. And they're just like, so what do you think as a political scientist? I'm like, as a political scientist, I think this
That's
is bad.
awesome. That's fantastic, though.
Yeah, yeah.
And is
No,
it accepted? Like, is it cool? Like, are the guys open and welcome to your ideas and to this?
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to like I'm kind of radical myself.
Right?
I'm kind of radical myself
Good.
because the situation that there is there. So like if I and it's like you're either this or that, unfortunately.
Sure.
It's very difficult in this situation to be either way.
Yeah.
So I just like if I know the other person is like rooting for the opposite side of what I'm rooting for, I'm like, okay, like for respect for myself, I'm not gonna speak to you.
That's smart.
Because
Yeah.
the whole situation is crazy. So
Sure. I
I
imagine.
wouldn't do that with an Italian, for example.
You what?
I wouldn't do that with an Italian speaking about Italian politics.
Sure, sure. Gabriela says nothing. I'd do it all again in my life. Wow.
Wow.
Give some like props to Gabriela. That's beautiful. How lovely. Okay, fantastic. So let's move forward here and see which phrases you can use to give advice. All right, let's read through these. So, Sahar, can you do the honors?
You should. You could. Have you tried? Have you thought about? If I were you, I would. You shouldn't.
Okay, and I think Sahar, let's reveal what the problems here are so that we can see it visually. So we want your advice. So the first one, oh, we both have bad headaches. Bad
Very,
headaches.
but actually, this is very true for me. I don't know if my eyesight is getting worse,
Uh-huh.
but if it hits the sun, if it looks too much at the screen, I get a headache.
So really, so please help. Please
Please
give
help us.
us advice suggestions. So we need you to help us. We have problems here. We really, both of us have a very bad headache. Okay, well, you do it, Sahar. You have a bad headache because actually I'm okay. So you tell us about your headache, and we want you to give advice to Sahar.
Poor
We
Sahar.
Sahar.
Yeah, so I have a headache,
Yeah.
and it is caused by looking too much at the phone or at the computer or at the screen in general. If I listen to music for more than an hour, I get a headache.
Any type of music?
Type of music, any type of music. And if I look at the sun, not directly at the sun, but if
Yeah.
it's a sunny
Like,
day and I'm just like, I'm trying to look at the outside the window, my
yeah.
eyes hurt.
Wow. Oh, Gabriela has a nice suggestion. You should take a pillow.
I put it on my eyes.
That's a good idea. You could take a pillow with lavender in it.
Oh,
Lavender is very relaxing for the eyes. Good
really?
suggestion, Gabriela. Very good suggestion. You could take a pillow. You
So
should take
pillows are good for the eyes? I didn't know that.
pillows with lavender in them. There's these like little pillows that are made specifically for the eyes, and lavender is very relaxing. Lavender essential oil also, when you put it on your temples, is very relaxing. It's
Oh,
good.
damn it! I had it in my home.
Ah. So the second one I'll do. Where should I go on holiday? I have so much money and so much time. Where should I
But I'm
go?
in quarantine.
What?
But I'm in quarantine.
But I'm in quarantine. But let's say next year, I'm planning on taking 1 year sabbatical. Sabbatical meaning when you take a year off of work to travel, to enjoy life. Some people do that. Wow. So where should I go on holiday? I'm going on a big holiday, but I just don't know. I have
Mhm.
no idea where to go. So
Oh,
please help. Please give us suggestions or give me suggestions. Where should I go? So, Sahar, can you use some of these examples to give me
yeah.
suggestions? Where should I go on
If
holiday?
I were you,
Uh-huh.
I would go to the ex-Soviet communist countries in Central Asia
Uh-huh.
and then directly go to Nepal and Mongolia.
Okay. I know someone in Kathmandu who has a cultural center who has actually invited me, but actually, I mean, let's off the record, even though this is on the record, but um, it's, I think I've mentioned this to you before. There's a little bit of racism in Nepal, which is
No, really?
unexpected. But yeah, so anyways, it ended up not happening. It was a few years ago.
But
Maybe
like racism against Westerners?
racism against like non-whites because I was invited to perform with a duo and the other musician was Nigerian
Uh-huh.
and he said that that wouldn't be possible. Could you believe it? Anyways, let's see. Gabriela says you could go out with someone for relaxing or to relax. Yeah.
But they have so much money.
Well, but that's okay. Going out with someone, I can treat you all. Everyone is invited. I'm taking you all to the best restaurant in Bologna.
The
And
Persian restaurant.
what?
The Persian restaurant.
The Persian restaurant. Is it expensive?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
The,
taking
the more the more
everyone
expensive,
in
the
this.
better.
What?
The more expensive, the better.
Yeah. So everyone in this focus next year, when and if I have all this money, are invited for free to come with me, and I will treat. Christina says you could travel with imagination. Suggest a virtual tour in Italy. That's very interesting. A virtual tour. Watch out, imagination 1M, right? Thank
Mhm.
you. Good advice. Can you read Simone's?
If I were you, I would isolate myself on a mountain. Because if you say on the mountain is like this specific mountain. Obviously, if I can go out. You
Sure.
know, a lot of it sounds so surreal that maybe after all this situation we can actually go out and have fun.
It seems so surreal. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
so surreal.
Remember, should is a strong suggestion, whereas
I would.
is a
That's the yeah.
possibility. Um, how would you describe could? It's a little bit softer, let's say, soft.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the best description, but to give you guys the difference, you should is very strong. So Sahar, you should drink some tea. Could is you could drink some
Like
tea.
there is a possibility. Why don't you do it?
Yeah. So let's see here. Christina says there are many virtual tours. So remember adjective now. There are many virtual tours for and in Italian museums. Interesting. Christina, is there one in particular that you would suggest? I haven't done that. Have you done that at all?
No, I was looking at Galleria Uffizi, but then I feel as though I had to pay, so I didn't for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah, it's like it's we're not so much paying for things. There's so much offer online, right? Number 3, very nice. Have you thought about Plant House? Excellent.
Oh, number 3,
Yeah, I need to buy a gift for my mother and I have no idea what to buy. That's fantastic.
houseplant.
A house plant, yeah, exactly. A house plant.
Have you
You
guys
know,
seen my houseplant? Look at that.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Wow.
love it.
It's so
It's
nice
my
to put it in
purpose.
the background too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it gives
that's
it a
a
good frame.
really, really good suggestion. I gotta say, fantastic suggestion. Yeah,
Mhm.
excellent. So, okay, she says, okay. What
I
about
would also accept a houseplant. Maybe not for my birthday party, but for my
Yeah, no. So we have 1 minute left. So if you
oh
have
yeah.
any questions for us about anything we looked at, about giving advice, about what she says, virtual tour. Great. Yeah. So if you have any questions, now's a good time to ask them. We thank you very much. Shall we review a little bit, Sahar?
Let's review.
Yeah, let's review. So, for example, you should and you could. What is the difference?
Should, we said it's a little bit stronger. Could, it's saying that there is the possibility. Why don't you do it? Should is
Yeah.
like I'm telling you that this is the advice. You should do this.
Exactly. And what about the thing you lie in? where you go outside and you relax.
Oh, the hammock.
Oh, yes. Let's show that again. The
But
hammock.
by the way, guys, one other thing, always going back to should and could.
Uh-huh.
Should and could are modal verbs. And we said that modal verbs are followed by the bare infinitive. So we don't need to, we don't need by, we don't need anything. We just put the verb in infinitive. You should call your mom.
Yeah.
Call is the verb.
So, for example, let's give you just two quick examples using modal verbs. You should enjoy life, and you could have a cup of tea after this webinar. I know I will have a cup of tea after this webinar. So, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful participation. It has been delightful. We wish you a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend.
A Merry Christmas.
A Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a Happy Hanukkah. And a Happy Easter that's coming up, too. Okay, thank you. It has been very, very nice. And you have been wonderful. So,
Lovely, guys.
everyone, have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1. And we're out.